Join us on the episode of the FYI show as we discuss the lengths and breadths of what cheating actually is.
Hello everyone. Hi. Today we are talking about physical and emotional cheating. The first question, how different is emotional cheating from physical cheating?
Emotional cheating is when you are getting so emotionally attached to somebody who is not your partner, and I believe it can actually lead to physical cheating if not checked.
So I think one of the easiest indicators to know if you're emotionally cheating on your partner is to ask yourself that with the text messages that I'm having with this person, will my partner be comfortable reading them? Will my partner not have any issue whatsoever with these text messages? Of course, you may not be physically involved with a person, but asking that question will help you to assess that. So for example, even so, it goes beyond the text message, the call. Sometimes you'd rather walk out of the room to pick up a call to have a conversation with someone you're emotionally cheating with. So an example is like sometime back in school, I have this friend who started emotionally cheating on her partner, and she didn't notice it was emotional cheating. Probably she did, but she kept saying, "Oh, it's nothing. It's just." But you can just see, even if it's high. If it's certain highs, cries, it's not normal highs. I'm telling you, the tone. Yeah, I could sense that it wasn't her usual. If you know someone, you know the person, you know how the person relates to everybody else and how the person relates to a particular person. So I could see the difference, even with hi, with hello, how are you doing? I could sense that, and I told her, this is not normal. Like, this is not usual. Oh, it's just hi, it's just hello, it's just. But eventually, physical cheating happened. So sometimes you just need to know that it's not always physical, that emotional cheating is something that is valid, and your partner has every reason to be worried if you are too emotionally attached to a person and you relate to someone on a certain level that is not peculiar to you.
I am thinking this the beginning of I'm with this person, but if I get to be with this person, I'll be okay. The way it's sounding.
I think
you know, like you are with someone and you feel like, oh, I would have preferred being with this person.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
To add to that, I think sometimes it's the need that the person has at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if I'm with someone, I'm lacking some emotional support or need from that person. It makes me want to find somebody who can actually listen to the things that I'm saying. So when that happens, it's like, I know that I have my partner there. He can do all the rest. When it comes to connecting at a deeper level, there's this other person who can give me that need. So people don't realize it, but then it tends to happen a lot. Because I think for relationships, the emotional part is also very important. Like, love is not all about emotions, but that one too is very important. And I see that happening.
And I think for a lot of people who are caught when they are emotionally cheating, they're like, oh, this is nothing.
Yeah.
And they almost feel as though you have no reason to complain. You have no reason to be worried about it because I'm not really cheating. I'm just talking to this person. But to be in a place where you're aware that there is emotional cheating, you will not open yourself up to certain situations, and you'd also accept your partner's concerns when it's expressed.
So I want to know the kind of conversation that constitutes emotional cheating, because here is the case that maybe I have a very good friend, a best friend who's actually a girl, and we talk about everything. You understand? Like, she knows everything that goes on in my life. I know everything that goes on in her life. Like, we have that kind of conversation. I mean, would that be considered as emotional cheating because we talk about everything, emotions and all that? Like, I want a clear difference between the kind of conversation that you
it's
have.
a hi and a hello, like Richard.
Right. So I'm just saying that it's not really about what you say. It's about your emotions. It's about
So the spirits behind what you
it's,
say.
yeah.
Not
So as the example that I gave, she was just saying hi. She probably says hi to me as well. She says hi to everybody else. But with this particular hi, was backed by something. Do you understand? So I might be talking to you, you're talking about church, for example. But I'm talking about church with some notions, with some thoughts. Say, I want to get closer to this girl. I want to get to know her more. I am getting this emotion connected to this girl. It is the notions, it's the mind behind my actions, it's not the words or what I'm saying.
Yeah, and you see, when you're starting a relationship, like what he was saying, there are some things that you talk about, and it sort of bonds both of you. So, I mean, like before even the sexual stuff coming, you've been able to connect on a deeper level with that person. So, it's more like now you are doing it with somebody who is not your partner, whilst you have a partner. And you are getting that emotional satisfaction from the other person instead of your partner.
So what is your partner doing then?
Exactly. That's why it's emotional cheating.
Oh.
But there are reasons for that as well.
Okay.
And I read that one could be, it was actually termed as emotional starving. So where like your partner is not really giving you what you need. That
Emotionally.
In a certain area.
So in a certain area. So he's providing, he's doing the others, but when it comes to maybe you just want to be heard, you want to be understood, but he's not doing that, and you come across somebody else who is giving you that attention, the person is listening to you. So anytime you have an issue, you wouldn't run back to your partner. It's that person that you are going back to.
Makes sense. And that is cheating.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So to our next question. Is it possible to physically cheat without being emotionally attached?
I believe so for some reason.
And vice versa.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I believe it's possible to physically cheat without emotionally cheating because
It's like prostitution.
exactly. Yeah. So I believe there are some men. Okay, if on the side of the woman, if she's sleeping with somebody who is not her, like the prostitute, she herself is probably not cheating because maybe she doesn't have a partner. Who is she cheating on?
Okay.
But then for, let's say, a man who is in a relationship, maybe married, and then has an affair with a prostitute or a one night stand with this person like that, without any emotional bonding, that is cheating. Yeah, so I believe there is physical cheating. Somebody can physically cheat on you without being emotionally bonded to the person that he cheated on you with.
It's like what they call flings.
Yeah, I think these days it's becoming more rampant than usual. Gone were the days we didn't used to hear those. I don't even think it's possible though
It's getting normalized.
physically cheat on someone without any emotion. There should be something that will draw you to the person, anyways.
I think that's what brings about this thing that we now call the hookup culture, where you just meet someone maybe corner beer or
One night stand.
yeah, quickie, those kind of things, and people do it, and it's very possible to physically cheat without emotion.
Yeah.
Sometimes the person is just sexually active at that moment, and needs like his desires before him. So whoever,
with both girls and boys.
Yes, it's humanly
because I
very
think
possible.
I've watched a movie where like after the act, the person called the following day, and the person was like, "Don't be calling. Why are you calling?"
yeah.
Because something happened yesterday.
Right.
I'm like, you did have something. So why are you saying the person shouldn't call? To that person, it was a need, like she's saying at that point. He's been satisfied. Go your way, let me go my way.
And what will cause a partner to cheat on each other? That is quite broad.
I think it's 1,001 reasons.
So many. But what are the major reasons that we are experiencing in these Ghana days? I mean, these recent modern times where
I would say on top of the list to me would be financial.
Really?
Yeah, to me I think.
From
To
a
me, I
man's
think.
perspective.
Yeah, maybe I'm a man speaking. So to me, I think mostly it's financials.
Explain.
Yes, explain more.
Yeah, financials as in I don't have money for this, but this person can give me money for this. And financials covers a lot of stuff. I want a television. That is money. This person can get me the television. Okay, that's cool. What do you want? This thing happens and there's no tag on me. So why can't I do it? And all other stuff that you can think of. Okay, I want to be eating in this restaurant. My boyfriend can't give me that. I'd rather go with this guy who can afford that restaurant. Money. A lot of all other things that you can think of comes to money. When the person doesn't have the money to be able to afford his or her desire, and another person can, then the person is highly.
So which means that you are making reference to the reason why a woman would cheat on a man.
I don't want to put it that way, please. I don't want to put it that way, but then come to think of it, I'm a guy, so if I'm speaking, definitely I'll speak for my guys.
You have to be clear on that.
I don't want to be clear myself, please.
And also, one of the things that happen, especially in our Christian context, is sometimes you are dating as a Christian.
Okay.
That should understand that you are supposed to wait until marriage.
Okay.
But this person is like, maybe I can't do it. By the time you realize there's cheating happening because the person feels starved sexually, so the person will find other means of
Well, that's true.
having that.
And I believe when a partner feels lonely, you can be in a relationship and then you are probably not getting the attention you desire from the other partner. So you find them cheating on the partner because the partner is just not available.
Then leave the partner.
And like you were saying, like leave the partner. I don't think it's that simple. Because for instance, if you have a partner, excuse me to say, it's not supposed to really happen, but it's happening, that provides for you. Maybe financially the person is sound. But then, like she's saying, emotionally he's absent. It's not easy living such a person because you differ emotions. As I say, you leave the person and what happens to all the needs that you want. So you would want to cut corners. Let me get this from here and get this from here.
I also feel like one of the things that we struggle with, especially Christians, is when, for example, a Christian that is so devout to his faith or her faith gets married to a Christian or a non-Christian, because certain Christians are not that devout to them. So you get married to someone who was very explorative or adventurous, I should say, when it comes to sex, and you are getting married to this person as a virgin or someone who, so this person would always remember San the first boyfriend B. Yeah.
Some people cheat because of, I don't know if the right word is a sense of belonging. But if you have a partner who doesn't really, not to say that complimenting somebody is like the overall, but then he never really talks about how you do something good, how you look nice. Like he's just, okay, we are together.
Wanted,
Yeah, he doesn't make you feel wanted. It's like, oh, we are married, then that's all. So let's be there. But then you get this person who is always about, like, the person gives you attention, like she was saying. So it's like with the other person, your worth has increased. So obviously, emotional cheating will start first. But because like, everybody wants to talk to somebody who believes in them. So that's something that can lead to.
I think for men, right, they cheat these days purely out of peer pressure and okay, so I've eaten this girl. I don't know, that kind of mentality that makes them feel like a man because I have slept with quite a number of people. So they do that quite often. I mean, I do, I'm a social media person and I go on Twitter quite a lot of times, and you realize that, I mean, some of these men, they have no reason. They are just with their girlfriends and then they are cheating on their girlfriends because, yes, I just want to know that when you mention this person, the girl is fine, and then I've been with her, you understand? And then with the girls aspect too, I think it's money that you mentioned earlier on, because it looks as if love has been tagged with money now. And you know, with all the materialistic things, expensive hair, expensive phones, if you don't have iPhone, you're not part, you know, that kind of mentalities that girls have these days, especially in university. I don't know what is happening in university these days. Like, I heard there was a story, I don't know if it's true, someone there was a physical abuse and they asked the girl what she wanted and she said she wanted iPhone 6.
Oh wow.
Because sometimes too, I don't say whether men or women, but then the provider in the relationship tends to take advantage of the fact that they are the provider. So even if they cheat, they can get away with it because the other person is so independent on them, so they cannot do anything. So they'd rather just go and have fun and come back.
And I think another thing that a lot of people we refuse to accept, especially in the Christian circle, is the factor of sexual compatibility.
Okay.
I think it's always a controversial topic, but there are certain things that you like as a person sexually that no, there's nothing you can do about it.
Okay.
You know, there are certain things that you may enjoy that if your partner does not enjoy the same thing, like you always starve in that area, right? So for some people, they would want to get that elsewhere because your partner is not giving you that sexually, so you try to find that with another person, and that's a factor.
That's true.
Happens.
So then what do they do?
So for example, like I said in the other episode, for example, like you enjoy being kissed on the neck, or you enjoy rough.
Are you sure those are the examples you want to give?
I'm giving like generally, you know, like you enjoy stuff, like you enjoy certain positions.
Exactly.
And your partner is like, no, missionary. Yeah, just doing missionary. Case closed. So if you want to go to someone who will give you something else, you get it. And that's like,
that's true.
Yeah, that's
true.
But one thing I believe in is this: that in this world, definitely you can't get 100%. If you don't have that at the back of your mind, everything, you'll never be satisfied with anything that comes to you. It comes with former jobs, everything. Because, for instance, you are doing the same job with someone, and sometimes you don't know where God is taking you out of that situation. You are doing the same job with someone, and the person is actually earning more than you. You don't know what God is doing with that. Understand it as a human being, and like the Bible says, if you are a servant, it doesn't mean you're not a human being. Serve your master, and if you are a master, treat your servant with dignity. That is how it goes. Play your role wherever you are put. Accept it. You can't be like, okay, you're a human being, you prefer missionary, you prefer doggy, you like this and all that, and so your partner should be able to do all that. If the person can afford this and can't do this, accept it.
And I think
work towards
getting
the person to understand where you're coming from, and that will really help.
Yeah, and I think people should also, like, we should adjust small.
Exactly.
You know, there's your own pay way now. You know, you have to listen. You have to have a conversation. You should adjust small. There are certain things, no matter what you do, human-wise, you might never really enjoy it. Like that is just you. You get it, but you need to like.
To also add to that, I also feel most of the time is also as a result of the mind. For instance, if you are a lady growing up, even though it's not supposed to happen, and you met your first boyfriend and it's a doggy, if you don't take care unconsciously, that is what you think you always want. But if you freely give yourself to other stuff, you tend to know that, oh, it's not really just about this. This can also work for me. Be flexible a bit.
If we should communicate more and understand each other better, we would reduce the cheating. I mean, and not dismiss. You know, sometimes, especially men like dismissing women a lot. She comes to you to tell you that, okay, so now I want to do this. Be like, why? You know, those things. And actually, women also do it, you understand? And that also pushes people to go and find that thing that you're not giving them, that they have talked about with you elsewhere.
You were talking about like women. I don't know, but women tend to communicate most of the time with actions. Why not like openly say it? Like,
non-verbal.
Non-verbal. I was doing this. Why didn't you? Why wasn't it?
You know, I think it's because of the way we were raised. Our socialization culture. You know, women were not raised to have much opinions in this our traditional culture. I mean, when you're growing up, sometimes your mother will be like, you can say, like, obe picking it up, you know?
Right.
So they are not used to verbally expressing what they want, especially when it comes to something sexual. They are not used to expressing what they want because for them it's supposed to be about the man. So even if they want it, sometimes they can't say, but they expect that you know, and they'll fight with you if you don't know.
Yeah. So most of the time, it's in the marriage, it's always about the man. So if I cannot say it, or if my opinions don't matter, I will show you. You know, and they say women are the emotional ones. So I'm showing you, like, I'm doing everything, and Well, you see that women don't see, but women don't see. Why don't men also see?
I think also when you come to the Christian,
Yeah.
I think also when you come to the Christian context, it's even more difficult, especially traditional Christian context.
Yeah, the Pentecostal.
How can
A woman go and
tell
a man that you want this.
Yeah, you want to have sex like an unbeliever. Like, yeah, they feel like this move, dear, is unbeliever move. Maybe you have to lie
missionary.
Down. And then you know. So anything else seems like an unbeliever. You're not supposed. So a woman saying that in a Christian context, like. But I feel like sex is like it wants us to do it in different ways.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I feel like that's God's.
It depends on what happened, and I'll check myself if I did something wrong. If I didn't, I won't accept it because it may repeat itself.
Okay, it depends how long I've been dating the girl. Say date yacha, then I'll think about it, and I'll think about the reason why she went to date behind me, because maybe I'm not satisfying her or something. And if I see that it's reasonable enough, then I'll consider leaving her or staying with her. Yeah.
It depends. I can't just leave my maybe I've built a relationship for like 4 years with my partner, and maybe he cheats on me. I would see if I could forgive him. You know, some mistakes can be forgiven. Some too.
Cheating is one of the difficult things to be forgiven. But in all, no, as Christians, the Bible teaches about forgiveness. So it's part of our lifestyle. It depends on the type of cheater or maker. Yeah. Don't forget, say don't cheat him, you know. And so I think if it is pardonable, why not? But somehow it's so difficult to pardon the person there, then I'll call it a quit.
Since I'm not married to her, I think I will accept her back. You know, just to fish out what make they cheated on me, then I'll just build up on that.
It will depend. If I love her so much that I can't just let her go like that, probably I'm gonna accept her because all human beings are fallible. We all make mistakes, and maybe it could get to my intent, which I will also cheat, and I would have to go and seek for forgiveness.
The next question. Some people believe that once you are not married, it's okay to get physical or emotionally involved with another person, and that's not cheating. What do you think about
To get
that?
physical, I want to understand that physical as in cheating physically.
Yeah, as in the fact that we are not married, so I can still do things with other people.
Okay.
I won't term as cheating because we are not married.
It's true that marriage is binding, but even courting or like being in a relationship before marriage is still a commitment.
Yeah.
I mean, if you haven't made that commitment and you want to be running around doing those things, that one is up to you. But then once you told the other person that, okay, I'm in this with you, we are doing this together, then why are you doing something else, which is not like together? So it's still possible to cheat even before marriage.
I also believe so, because if we are supposed to be together and then you say that because we are not married, then you can go around and do whatever you would like to do, then why do we name our relationship in the first place, and what are we doing? But then if we're together, then it's for a purpose. We didn't just wake up one morning and say it's for a purpose.
I think it becomes dicey only when you are in the stage where you are talking to people and trying to figure out who to be with. So you are talking to this person, and then don't look at me like I'm not quite there. You're a Christian. So you're trying to figure out like who to be with. So you're talking to like a couple of people, trying to like you're not sure. You're trying to find out, but there's no like, oh, this is us. There's no definition. But the problem comes in when the other person in the mind, we are already walking down the aisle. That's where the problem comes in. So you clearly state and make it clear that like you don't really say you're talking. I'm just talking to you, but like you don't have to. If there's no definition, don't assume.
Yes,
yeah, don't assume that there is something happening. Yes, I think that stage where you are not sure I feel it's okay.
You know, it's different if you are not sure, and it's different if you're in a relationship.
Yeah,
you understand? Those are two different things, because if you are not sure means that you are not in a relationship.
Right.
We are getting to know each other to see if we can be in a relationship. But then if you are in a relationship and you have decided and agreed that we are doing this together, I think going outside of it is a problem. That's because you have given the person your word that we are doing this together. So what are you doing with the other person? You know, and I also think that sometimes, right, people are looking for too much. Like they keep so many relationships because they have different purposes for each of the relationships, which shouldn't be what the case is. I mean, some people would keep this person for this reason, some people would keep this person for this reason.
Some people are koja farmers.
Do
you know koja farmers? Like, okay, I'm going here, escort me. For them, they are good with that. Every time they will dedicate their time. If you're going to Accra to go buy stuff, the person will go with you here. So they keep that person for.
So what I was saying, that what about the unofficial ones where a guy is talking to several girls and he's basically showing interest. The girls are picking it up. And it's not like it's a one-time thing, it's over like a period. And so in the girl's mind, I'm like, okay, this guy is showing interest, he's doing A, B, and C. And then the next month or the next week, he's dating someone else. Does the girl have the right to feel like she has been betrayed?
Well, let me say this. It comes to what was said explicitly. You understand? That I'm getting to know you. Whichever signs you pick, I can't determine those ones. You understand? I've had an experience like that, but I knew we were not dating. You understand? I don't know if that was dumb.
Sorry. I knew the expectation.
Yeah, I knew we were not dating. No, for that one I was very clear. I knew we were not dating. It's like, okay, let's get to know ourselves. Then in the process, I was expecting a positive answer. The answer that came was negative. What can you do? You were not dating in the first place. Just allow the person go. You understand? So it depends on what was really said. If you told me that we are dating, then you don't have the right to be giving other signs to other girls.
But don't you think what's also done is important apart from what you said?
Exactly what
I have to be nice. You are someone that I'm trying to date. I have to be nice to you. So if in my being nice, you read it as we dating, then that's your problem.
I also think
it's quite difficult to accept.
But like, if you are getting mixed signals, it's okay to ask. Like, that you should do that.
But I also think that when I'm your friend, if I'm your friend and I'm relating to you in a friendship way, you know. If I'm giving signals, you know. We are not only physical, we pick up signs emotionally, spiritually. So you cannot knock on my door and give me flowers, come back tomorrow, knock on my door and give me a hamper and tell me we are friends.
This is what our resource persons have to say.
So cheating is not good at all. It's not good at all. It's a no-no. Because if you are being cheated on, it's so painful. Because I experienced that in our relationship. He cheated on me.
Putting me on blast again.
He cheated on me, but because I love him, he cheated on me. There was a recess. We broke up and we thought of everything. Then we came back again. If someone is trying to date me, telling me things, you don't tell me love, like don't tell me lovely things, you don't appreciate me, you don't tell me when I did something good to you, you don't tell me thank you, you don't do anything, and then another guy start telling me all those things. Oh, I look beautiful, oh your hair looks so nice on you. I'll get so comfortable with what the guy is saying, them telling me. I feel like, oh, he appreciates me. So maybe one day he calls me, okay, can you meet me here? I'm like, oh yeah, I have already build the confidence in him already, so I can easily go to him, and before you know, what you don't want to happen will happen.
Hey, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Click on the bell.